Hey guys, Dex here again. I was gonna kind of lay off doing these for a little while. My wife to be thinks that I'm heading to a heart attack or an aneurysm or an embolism or something, and we're getting uh, married here in August 2nd, and I've got a big benefit social with the Renegades, and you know, thing that we're doing just in a couple weeks. And so I'm kind of have to really turn my attention, back to that. All right, my living room's starting to look like The Price is Right, with all the prizes, the different prizes that are being that are piling up for our silent auctions and whatnot. But I saw this clip, and I just felt like I had to respond. I'm not going to say I told you so. And I know from in talking with my so many friends that I've American friends that I've met, and this includes the folks here on YouTube that I've met that I didn't know at all beforehand, and this also includes those folks that know me as Card Shark TW2, Card Shark TW2, from the old MSN Gaming Zone, where I played crib and euchre and hearts and backgammon, spades, and so forth. And those that knew me just from there, just from playing cards and chit-chatting, and when the ramp-up was happening, when 9/11 happened, and my feelings were on that, and going into Afghanistan, and the friends I'd had that were in Afghanistan, and what they were telling, what sort of the lowdown I was getting from the horse's mouth, sort of thing, that was completely sideways from what the official, story was, and I'd pass that along, and then going forward into the ramp up for Iraq, especially, and I'd talk to people and I'd say, yeah, they'd say, oh well, Saddam Hussein, the thing, Saddam Hussein, Grace, we got to punish him for 9/11 and la 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 la. And I'd say, well, actually, guys, that's not like, I don't know. I didn't know how. I don't even know YouTube existed then, but I had no way at that time to actually quantify what I was telling them. But I remember being in the gaming zone and saying, well, actually, on CBC News World last night, we had Ray McGovern and Sky Scott Ritter. Ray McGovern was a CIA analyst for 23 odd years, and he's laying it out like the intel is faulty. It's wrong. They're using backdated stuff. They're using some of the talking points are like 10, 15 years old, and they're talking about it in the context as if they just found this out like last week. It's bullshit. I don't know why. What the fuck? If the Pentagon's got some new toys that they want to test out, or what the hell? But no, this is just bullshit, guys. This is absolute bullshit. And they'd say, well, the chemical weapons and all this sort of stupidity. And you say, well, fuck. Think about that logically, man. If the guy's got chemical weapons and he's a madman, that's what you believe. Then what? Then sending your boys in there on a ground assault. Don't you think when they hit Baghdad City that they'll be dropping the chemical bombs on them? I mean, come on. Think about that rationally. Someone's coming to your neighborhood, and they're coming to your neighborhood. Let's say, put it that way, man. If another force came into your neighborhood, I'm talking in your city, in your home, or whatever, would you just let them stroll in? If we're the bad motherfuckers in the shit part of town, let's say, no, you'd be Molotov cocktailing, you'd be doing all kinds of stuff, man. Anyway, I mean that's unfortunate. You know, the whole mission accomplished thing. Um, it's weird though that in our culture that the mass people need validation from the same dumbasses that lied to you. You know, I mean, Anderson Cooper there comes out, and instead of he hears it, he knows the truth. He knows that they softballed the thing. He knows that there were the graphic packages of America Strikes Back, Shock and Awe, you know, all those friggin' stupid Amber Alerts and Red Alerts and Up and Down and Go to the Mall and Shop and all that shit that was happening. Come on, man. He's a rational human being, aren't you, Anderson? I mean, I don't know how often, you know, the reefer, all CNN's, you know, the liberal media, they softball everything. Wow. Really? Shit, man. Ted Turner owns it. Wants to limit the population. He's looking to thin the herd in a big way. Your boy Anderson, man of the people, is a Vanderbilt, for crying out loud. Yeah, he's a real blue collar, you know, salt of the earth guy. Why? Because he rolls up the sleeves of his shirt when he goes to New Orleans. I mean, geez, man. They say people today are media savvy, but we're not. You know, this almost could be Gerbils Part 3. You know, I'm not a huge Michael Moore fan. As a Michael Moore, I think what he does is his docs and so forth that comes out, they do introduce information that certainly the media doesn't talk about. And there's a great clip of him laying out what's his face there, Wolf, for, you know, not talking the truth about the ramp up, about the truth and getting, like I say, I mean, it's pretty weird that here in Canada, you know, our government run our home station, the Canada Broadcasting Corporation. You know, I've seen interviews with the loose change guys on Canadian television, and they do the fair thing. They talk to the loose change guy. They talk to the popular mechanics guy who says that he's of the debunking. They talk to Lee Hamilton. Okay, and it's the same interviewer that asks each of them. So when he talks to the one guy and he makes a point, then he's done. The next guy comes in. He says, "Well, you know, you're in the green room. You might have seen this guy. La 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 la. What does he say about this?" So as a Canadian, you're sitting there saying, "Well, wow, I didn't know about that. I wonder what he has to say about this." And it happens right there. You know, I don't think anyone. I'm not really big on the link package. Okay, knowledge is something that you have to want to do for yourself. You know, there's no point in waking up sheeple who are fucking tunnel vision city, only listening to, you know, their guy at Fox or their guy at CBC or their guy at NBC or their guy at ABC or their favorite columnist at ABC newspaper or whatever, and that's where they get all their information. That forms all their opinions all the time. That's ridiculous. You know, so I mean, I don't want anyone to, this is all like newsflash to you, then if it's important to you, then you will take the initiative. And you know, we got this beautiful internet that where you can find anything. I will say some primers here for folks. Robert Greenwald has this is all free, available on Google Video, and I think it's in parts here on YouTube. Uncovered the whole truth about the Iraq War. Iraq for Sale, about the war profiteers. Why We Fight, the sucker right here. That one's a good one. Aaron Russo's Freedom to Fascism. Alex Jones, who does, for some people, get a little too preachy, fire and brimstone, sort of speaking, but his stuff's great. Peace.